Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Fall is nature's way of letting all of us know that everything dies eventually. Except for clone brands, baby, because they just keep releasing every fragrance again.
VR 540,
That's right. They're releasing them forever. And with that in mind, here are 10 of the absolute best clone fragrances for fall 2025. My choices, the ones that I think are tip-top magoo. All of them are going to be linked in the description below, so feel free to check them out down there. First off, a couple honorable mentions. Beginning with Zamaya's Abadi Opulent. This is about as close as you're going to get to YSL's Y Elixir on a budget. You get that lavender and geranium right away. It's very fresh, it's sweet, it's easy to wear. And as it dries down, you get some deep incense, resinous woods. Technically, oud is a note, but of course we all know it doesn't really smell like oud, just like Y Elixir. It feels and smells bold and expensive, even though it is dirt cheap. Slightly dark, aromatic, sweet, and definitely modern. The reason this one didn't crack the top 10 is because I was going mainly with fragrances that are a little bit warmer, a little heavier overall. But if you want Y Elixir on a budget, you want something that's very wearable and versatile, check this one out. And then the other honorable mention, none other than Big Liquid Brune. Kind of a thick, creamy vanilla with a swirl of spices throughout the entire scent. It has an almost dessert-like richness to it, absolutely perfect for when it gets cold outside. Smells, of course, really similar to Parfums Marley's Altair. So if you're new to that DNA, if you're looking for a fragrance that's similar to Altair on the cheap, this is one of the absolute best out there. It's the first one that really blew up in a big way that is a clone of Altair. The only reason it's not in the top 10 is because it's been around a minute, and I wanted to go with some other things that are a little bit more new to me, but still really, really good. All right, let's kick off the official top 10 with this one, Gulf Orchid's Sweet Heaven Tobacco. Now, Sweet Heaven Cherry gets talked about more often than this one, but Sweet Heaven Tobacco is also extremely good. They also came out with Sweet Heaven Extreme, which I saw on Fragrance Spy's website, and I have it on the way, but I don't have it just yet, at least as of when I'm shooting this video. So hopefully that one is really good as well. Gulf Orchid Tobacco you could think of as sort of a twist to an extent on the Comrad style of DNA. Now, it's not going to be the same as Comrad, don't go into it expecting that, but it does have similarities. So that cinnamon apple kind of warmth that you're gonna get from fragrances like Comrad, you know, a fragrance dragged through the insides of an apple pie, you get a little bit of that going on. Even though officially apple is not a note in this fragrance, there's a subtle orange undertone, a nice splash of booziness, and it has that pipe tobacco with syrupy amber in the dry down. It smells cozy, inviting, rich, with good performance without being overpowering. So it's a laid back, sweet tobacco scent profile take on a Comrad-esque or Comrad adjacent scent profile that is amazing in fall. Number 9 is La Di Da by Arabiat Prestige. It's got an interesting look to it. This one right here is a bit of a hybrid, a combination of fragrances, YSL Myself and Stronger With You Intensely. It opens with a fizzy citrus and a floral sparkle, so you're gonna get more of that freshness when you first spray it on. Notice the atomizer, pressurized. As it dries down though, it quickly shifts and you get more of a warm, ambery backbone that comes out. That part of the Stronger With You Intensely DNA kind of starts to creep up the longer it's on your skin. Still though, between the two fragrances, it definitely leans more toward YSL Myself. It's just like you took that fragrance and it took a couple steps towards Stronger With You Intensely while still maintaining its own DNA and style. It has a modern, clean sweetness to it, which makes it extremely versatile and easy to wear pretty much anywhere, anytime, any place. But because of that additional little bit of Stronger With You Intensely that's added in, gives it additional warmth, it grounds the fragrance a little bit, and also makes it better to wear during fall. So that is La Di Da, number 9. I might start coming up with some names for Arabiat. I go ahead and hit them up. Herp-de derp. You can take that one. Slam-a-llama ding-dong. You got that one too. You're welcome. Number 8, going with this one, Latafa Comrad Duhan. Right there. Yeah. Quite a similar bottle style here, right? You can kind of see the similarities between the two. Color scheme different. So this one turns the original Comrad on its head with a slightly darker, smokier scent profile. Cinnamon and praline still lead the way with the scent profile here, but now there's a deeper resinous tobacco that's introduced into the fragrance. You also have incense, additional spices, and all of that combined gives this one some serious weight. Definitely more than the original Comrad, which underperforms this one in terms of projection and longevity. Basically feels like you took Comrad and filtered it through a hookah lounge and it came out with a deeper voice. More masculine, more dramatic, and better for fall. Now before we head to the next fragrances, and there are some absolute monsters coming up, the codes. And an update specifically on the perfume box. Previously, that code was only good for one use. Now, you can use it unlimited times. And that's especially good if you're talking about cologne fragrances because the perfume box has tons of them there. So if you shop there, use that code whenever you want, save yourself some money. Same thing goes for the Gift Express code. You can now use that one unlimited times as well. So anytime you shop at these stores, use those codes, save yourself money, whether it's for designers, clones, or niche. And also the JOMASHOP codes, those you have to use only within the JOMASHOP app. All the others you can use like normal. Number 7, Offnon 9 PM Elixir, a newer release. So this one takes heavy inspiration from Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir Absolute, and you can tell as soon as you spray this stuff on. Yeah. So you have cardamom and nutmeg hitting you as soon as you spray the fragrance on, and working behind that, underneath that, a nice wave of smooth lavender. As it dries down, vanilla and amber warm things up, and then it has just a tiny edge from leather, which has almost a light incensey feel to it. It's bold, it's modern, it's sweet, it's a little bit dark, but still extremely wearable. And so for people looking for an alternative to Le Male Elixir Absolute, this does a fantastic job. Number 6, going to go with Rahan Crimson, which is a clone of Creed's Centaurus. This one is a full-bodied cinnamon vanilla bomb as soon as you spray it on. It does not hold back. Like as soon as you spray this stuff up front, it is sweet, intoxicating, spicy, warm, a little bit sticky to an extent as well. Cinnamon, tobacco, cardamom, vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, benzoin, tonka, all of this kind of hits you in a blended blast when you spray it. Loud, long-lasting, unapologetically rich, and for the price point, this stuff is insane when you consider how expensive Creed Centaurus is. Number 5 is dirt cheap. It's Saples Ombre Turquoise. This stuff at discounters you can find pretty much all day, at least as of this video, under 20 bucks. And this one is going to dial back that harshness that a lot of people will interpret leather fragrances as having. You know, traditional leather fragrances have been a little animalic, a little bit dark, a little bit hard to wear. This one is not, and that's because it is a dupe of Ombre leather by Tom Ford. So it has a soft, suede-like leather in there. It has great fruity nuances that impart a little bit of sweetness as soon as you spray the scent on. It's the type of leather that's not trying too hard to be something that it's not. It's dressed up, it's elegant, it's wearable. You know, it doesn't come across smelling too formal, like the type of scent that you could only wear once a year. It's not that. And it's great for when you want to lean a little bit mature in terms of the scent that you're wearing without smelling dated. Because there's a difference between smelling mature and smelling like your great-great-grandfather. Up next is Montaigne's Monkey Special, which is like a cocktail of booze, spices, and warmth. You get rum, cinnamon, tobacco, dried fruit, and vanilla all together in a blast as soon as you spray this one on. And of course, it is a clone of Tony Iommi's Monkey Special by Xerjov, hence the name. It's bold, it's complex, it's a little bit eccentric, but at the same time very approachable and wearable. A great compliment puller, it helps you stand out, and it has amazing performance. It smells like the type of fragrance that you would spray on if you're wearing a velvet jacket at a candlelit lounge having a whiskey cocktail. Or I guess a rum cocktail, but we'll go with whiskey. Sweet, but not juvenile, loud, but well blended. This stuff is fantastic. Number 3, we're in the top 3 now, Armaf Art du Parfum Abstracto, which has kind of a cool bottle. I like aspects of it. I don't like other aspects of it. When I first got this out of the box, it was kind of sticky, but now I guess it's aired out and it's no longer as greasy feeling, so that's good. I mean, it does look attention grabbing, right? And then the top is kind of like a Zippo in a way. So this is magnetic, but it's not a very strong magnet. And one thing that can be annoying is when you go to spray this, you have to make sure not to like accidentally tap this, or else it's gonna be closing on your finger as you try to spray the bottle. Not a huge deal, but still. This one is similar to Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense with some tweaks. It has a nice smoothness to it. The sweetness is maybe a little more amplified off the top here compared to Born in Roma Intense, which that one's also sweet. You know, it's kind of a mixture of fresh and sweet, but this one, at least right off the top, leans a little bit more toward that side. So it's got a nice hint of brightness when you first spray it on. As it dries down, a creamy vanilla comes out. Also has a little sprinkling of coffee, almost like coffee dust, just a little bit. It just helps give the fragrance a little bit of texture as it dries down. You have some warm amber in here as well. And it wears kind of like a dressed up club scent to an extent. Yes, it's sweet. Yes, it's going to get you noticed, but it doesn't quite overdo it. You know, it doesn't overstay its welcome. And I'm not saying it's weak when I say that. Actually, for its price, it's kind of a monster. At number 2, another Armaf. This one is Odyssey Mandarin Sky Elixir, which the original Mandarin Sky is a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal. This one is sort of a blend. So you have this blast of sweet citrus off the top with a little bit of smoky caramelized amber and then a rich tonka. And you can think of it as sort of a hybrid twist between Invictus Victory Elixir and Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal. So you get that kind of bombastic sweetness of each one of those fragrances, but with enough smoothness that it doesn't become too cloying unless you go really heavy with the atomizer. And then at that point, that's on you. There's a bold, energetic feel to it, almost like an evening streetwear fragrance with great pop. Loud, sweet, confident, and a compliment puller. And also cheap. And number 1 for this fall is going to be a newer pickup of mine, Fior Luna by French Avenue, which is part of Fragrance World. This one perfectly nails that balance between brightness and warmth, some freshness and sweetness. The opening has a sunny citrus and aromatic facets that kind of intermingle with that citrus pop, and then it melts into this honey-drenched tobacco that smells absolutely fantastic. A little soft cinnamon, spice, smooth vanilla, all of that combining with the tobacco. It's vibrant, but it's grounded. It's a clone of Xerjov's Naxos, which is, of course, one of the most popular niche tobacco fragrances ever. It's elegant, it's uplifting, it is undeniably addictive in the air. This stuff smells 5 times more expensive than it is. So Fior Luna going to be number 1, and if you love tobacco-based fragrances, this is one that you need to have on your radar. So there we go, guys. That is the lineup for fall. Couple honorable mentions and then the top 10. Again, all linked in the description if you want to check any of these out. Most of them are really, really affordable. Let me know which clones you guys are reaching for this fall. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.